I am excited to be able to share some of the facts and some of my thoughts and feelings about a career with Mary Kay or even the Mary Kay opportunity. These are just some of the things that I've learned over my 30 years with being with such a wonderful company. So here's what I would have to share. I will tell you this company is based out of Dallas, Texas, and it is an amazing company and an industrial leader in the cosmetics field. And yet, with as big as it is probably one of the most down-to-earth and most caring companies I think anybody could ever want to work for. I will share with you, I did meet Mary Kay in my early days of my business, and I will tell you that company is what it is because of the principles that she set this company out to be in the beginning, and because she was such an amazing woman of her time. So that is why the company is so, in my opinion, so special and so different for women to work for. She did start out to build a company just for women to enrich women's lives, whether by using the product or with the opportunity, because she totally cared about women and she totally wanted women to be able to stay home and have a flexible schedule and not the expense of raising family and kids. That was a big deal for Mary Kay many years ago. But the company has been around for over 50 years and it is solid as can be. One of the things that you'll do if you choose to do anything with a Mary Kay career is you're basically going to be buying products from the company, purchasing them at wholesale, and turning around and selling them at retail. Okay, and that's just a pretty simple concept in the selling world. Now, I will tell you, you can learn to do Mary Kay. You don't have to have any background in sales or any previous experience, and you can learn it all. It's totally a learned business. I will tell you one of the most important things I think anybody will like, or especially as a woman, that Mary Kay has always allowed you to be able to keep your faith first, your family second, and your career third. And I have totally appreciated a career like that. I've never found a business or a company yet to be able to honor that and to have that. But that is, again, Mary Kay's pride of what she wanted to have for a company for women that she set out to build. I have built this business with little kids when my kids were little in my 20s, and now I've built it up to the point where my kids are all grown. So I have seen every aspect of what this business can hold for a mom and for a woman. Some of the facts that I would share with you, more facts based on kind of how the company works, is kind of in the marketing plan that I would share with you would be, you can kind of set this up any way you want to. There is no set plan. Women come into Mary Kay day in, day out. Some come in for a lower level. Some come in to do the higher level and they want the management position. There's no right or wrong. I really believe that most people, when you sign up or decide to order yourself a starter kit, most people don't really even know what they would do with the business. And so I would say don't try and have all the answers if you do choose to try Mary Kay. You are truly going to order the starter kit and try. But know that when you do decide to order that starter kit, it opens up a wide version of a big piece of pie that you can take whatever piece of that pie you want out of this company. Now, some facts about the company is when you go out to sell Mary Kay, you will be able to do what they call skincare classes or parties, which is just a group of women getting together, and your job is going to be to teach skincare and show the products. It's a pretty simple concept. Now, you can either do that in a group function, which would take an hour or so, and you can do it on the level where you do a one-on-one just across the table with one woman called a facial. Every time you sell the product, you're going to be able to make 50% commission on every jar and every item that you sell, which is good. That is one of the highest you'll ever find in a commission being given to anybody who sells anything. So that's the good news. It's just because Mary Kay it's just you and the company. There are no storefronts. There are no in-between middlemen. It's just you and the company. So that is why the entire commission is given to that front line. Mary Kay has always really respected their frontline consultant, that they don't make any changes or anything in this company without totally thinking about how this will affect the frontline person. So just know that I've seen that over and over with our company. So it's a very safe and protected business to get into for a woman. But like I said, but you can design whatever you want to this business. You can go on and do those classes and facials like I just told you. Or you can grow. You can be taught to do that. You can go with the concept of the on-the-go, which is where you're just going to be taking your normal life you're living right now and selling product as you go through life and telling your family and telling your friends. A lot of women nowadays, use the internet, use the modern technology. We're doing video and snaps, chats, and all kinds of stuff out there to get the business out there to anybody. Facebook, all the modern technology. So if you're that kind of person, you can be trained to use some of that stuff to do the business. But it's basically you're just taking this wherever you go, to the children's activities, to husband's activities, to living your normal life. That means just on the go. And every time you sell something, you're going to make 50% commission, which is wonderful. Now, one of my favorite things about the avenues of the business is where the more you do this and the more faces you do, the realtor business is huge. What I like about the realtor business is that when you go out today and you hold a facial in a class, 5 years, 10 years, for me, 20 plus years down the road, you will still be selling to some of those women that you facialed 20 years ago. Now, I think that's pretty fun and pretty impressive that you're just doing this huge collection of customers over the time that you do Mary Kay. What I found out with the realtor business is it is an amazing business that if you do what you do early in your career, you could ride on it and it would take care of you if something ever happened to you or if you ever had a crisis. The business will continue to perform with or without you, and money will keep continually coming in. So that I'll guarantee you about why I love this is because it's makeup. It goes down the drain every night. So that's the good news about selling Mary Kay versus selling other random things. I love that about the product. Now, that's selling the product. Now, there's also a whole other area of commission. If you decide to get Mary Kay, and let's say you find somebody that wants to sell Mary Kay with you, or you actively decide to build a team and you want to go out and find some women and you recruit some women to be on your team. Okay? You don't have to recruit if you don't want to, but you certainly can. Or you might even do it by accident, just by loving what you're doing. Now, when you go to build a team, the good news is our recruiting, if the recruiting is we're not a pyramid company. So when you would make money off of another person, the recruiting commissions are paid to you, to me, to anybody that's been in Mary Kay. If you bring a person on your team, the money that is cut for recruiting commissions comes out of corporate headquarters. We don't share checks. We don't do any of that, which makes recruiting special. The neat thing about our marketing plan is that in Mary Kay, until you help someone become good at this or help someone to be a better consultant, that's where the money is in Mary Kay. That's the beauty of this marketing plan. This marketing plan was taught at Harvard and big universities as being one of the best marketing plans out there. And I think that's why, because it does protect the new person coming in. It does protect that new person that just wants to come in and say, I don't know what I want to do with it, but until somebody helps them become successful, there's no money in it, which protects us all. And that's what I like. The more you help other people, that's when you're going to see pink Cadillacs. That's when you're going to see more money from this company. And I think that's a grand way to have a marketing plan based on recruiting. Now with recruiting, it's just additional commission. It would be a commission based on anywhere from an additional 4 to 13% based on how big you build your team and how many people you have on your team. The more you have, of course, the more commission you're going to make. And you would get paid monthly on that. Now, there's another avenue you can swing into, too. Let's say you get in Mary Kay and you say, you know what, I think I would like to be a director. I would like to mentor other people. I would like to lead other people. I would like to train other people. And so you're building this team, and when you build it to a certain number, then you can say, okay, I want to go into qualification to be a director, and from there we would train you to be a director. Now there's a whole nother set of commissions that would be available to you. I mean, now we're talking 13% on your own people you've recruited, another 13% on anybody else in that group of women you started with. That's 26% commission eventually on your own personal team once you become a director. That's some good commission. But again, it's based off of you helping them women, and the better the director you become, the more money you're going to make in this company. But that's directorship. Directors will make an executive income. Directors will even drive a little bit better car. I mean, we have a great car program. We have a consultant car, and then we have 2 choices of a director car, right on up to that pink Cadillac that everybody hears about, of course. And I always say, the cars aren't for just the few people, but for the few who choose. Our car program is huge. I mean, other than the U.S. government, I think Mary Kay was commented one time that they had the most cars on the highway next to the U.S. government. I think that's pretty impressive. So, but that's kind of our car program, and that's kind of where you can move up into management if you should so desire. But like I said, you can create this business, do whatever you want to it. You can do part-time. There's no quotas. There's no mandatory anything. There are no set hours you have to work. You can totally take a very busy, structured life with a lot of children or other jobs and totally learn to work this in around it. That's what I'll promise you. I don't care what your schedule might be. Any woman can do Mary Kay if you want to. It takes an hour here and an hour here and an hour there. Okay? And most people do start with an already busy lifestyle or another job. So that's pretty common. Maybe, too, you might want to be one of these people that do want to build out that job. Or you want to start a Mary Kay career on the side so that someday you could stay home and raise children. Someday you could step out of that other job if you so desired. Or someday you can still work both jobs and totally be fine with that, too. There is no requirements whatsoever with that. There's also no territories in the business, which allows you to take it anywhere. You could move. You could relocate from, being in college or going somewhere else. Or you could move with your husband with his career, and you would have a business the next day. There would be no job hunting. That's what I like about it, too. Your customers you could still keep. You could relocate yourself, and totally the next day you're in a new town, pick up the ball and go. We have a philosophy called the Go Give, that if you did move to a new town, there'd be a Mary Kay group there that we would just put you right in with, and they would just take good care of you, and you could go to meetings in a totally new town. So you're even protected with if you ever had to move or anything like that. One thing I love about the business, too, is that I didn't appreciate when I started in my 20s, when I was 20 years old, but they have an amazing tax benefits because we're a home-based business, which if you know anything about taxes, when you make a lot of money or even some money, you have to pay tax on it. But a home-based business is a very protected, it's very protected for your taxes. That you can start writing off possibly that cell phone bill you have, your bills for your home, because again, you're doing this in your home. Your office is in your home. So you can write off portions of electricity and gas and things like, repairs and maintenance and all kinds of things like that. But, you'll be trained to be able to know how to, do with the taxes. I should know what to do with that. But so I won't go into everything, but just know that it is a good deal. So a lot of people will start Mary Kay just for the tax benefits. So just be aware that you'll be trained to be able to know how to do that. Another important thing that was important to me when I started, even 30 years ago, Mary Kay has what they call a buyback guarantee. That if you get Mary Kay and for whatever reason you decide that it is just not for you and you want to get out in this whole first year that you're in, they would buy back any inventory or any product that you had bought at a 90% buyback guarantee. Now, you could never do Mary Kay again because when they take product back from you and give you your money back, they have to destroy all the products and the company takes the loss. So it is available to you though, and it's available to every single person. It was to me when I started many years ago, but that is just how honorable this company is, that they will, if a woman wants to get out, they will not hold anything against her. And they'll let her go out and they'll pay her back. I mean, where else can you try a business? And if it doesn't work for you, they're going to buy your mistake. So, but Mary Kay, like I said, is a very honorable company, and they do just that. Also, I will just guarantee you the training is all free and ongoing, which in my opinion is important. I really believe that if somebody comes in to do Mary Kay, I want them to be trained well. I'm just not going to bring you in, let you be blindsided and have to figure it out on your own. There's a lot of good training in Mary Kay. And also another big thing in Mary Kay, some women, really one of their best things about our company is the recognition. You will be recognized maybe for the first time in a long time for a job well done. You will win things. You will win diamond rings, and you will win purses and jewelry and things for the house and tents for the children and gas grills and trips. And I mean, there's a lot of things to win. Now, that has always been near and dear to my heart. I love being rewarded for a job well done. But that, again, that goes back to Mary Kay. She just always believed that if a woman did something good, she was going to recognize them. Because in general, women, we clean houses, we clean the toilets, we do laundry, and rarely do you get a way to go mom or way to go, woman. So that's why Mary Kay's doing all that wonderful stuff. And she gives away Cinderella gifts because we wouldn't go out and buy ourselves an amazing diamond ring. We would not go out and always just buy the lush gifts. So that is what Mary Kay said. She was always going to treat women things that they would not go out and buy for themselves. And so that's why you see as many good things as you do for Mary Kay. It's because of her. Now, one thing I'll tell you that it would take if you're interested is, it's shown on this sheet here, but for $100 is how you get the starter kit. Now, for $100, you're going to get a kit to work from, and you're going to get over $400 worth in the starter kit of retail size products. So right there, that's to me not rocket science, that's a good investment in your money. Now, what that is a case that you would literally start your business with. You'd go out and start demonstrating with it and start showing people, the products with it. Yes, you will enhance it as you go, and yes, you'll add to it, but it gives you a good little start with a date book and sales tickets and books and products and everything you're going to need to kind of get it started. This is the only investment you have to make. After that, the only question would be if you start with product or inventory, but that's not mandatory, and we will cover that later. This $100 is what would put you in as a consultant. Doesn't make you do anything particular, but it does sign you up for Mary Kay and give you a consultant number and allow us to start training you. And that's the facts. The only last thing that when people say, is there any requirements or what's the catch in Mary Kay? I always say the catch in Mary Kay is if you start Mary Kay and you do nothing, you're not going to make anything. It's as simple as that. It will be time put in, rewards in the money department. If you do a little, you'll probably make a little. If you do a lot, you could get a lot from Mary Kay. Another big, not really a quota, but they say the only thing that you'd have to kind of keep in mind is they would tell you that if you want to stay active in our company, they're going to ask you to do a $225 order in 3 months. Okay? That keeps you active with the company. Now, that could be a personal use order, that could be a Christmas order, that could be anything. Okay? Now, if you can't get it done in 3 months, they're going to give you 6 months before they're going to terminate you. Now, when they terminate you, that means they're going to take you off the mailing list. But somewhere in that amount of time, you can get a $225 order in for yourself, your friends, or do some work that you generate some money. They give you 6 months. Now, if you can't do that and you blow it or you have a life crisis and you have trouble, they give you a full year to do a $225 order to keep your foot in the door, whether it's personal use or whatever level you want to be working at. So, in my opinion, that is hugely, hugely reputable. But like I said, it's time put in. I tell everybody in the beginning, you can make a little bit of money with Mary Kay. If you probably did one appointment a week, it's been quoted somewhere, I've seen on a piece of paper that you could make almost $10,000 a year if you did one appointment a week and started building that reorder business. So it doesn't matter what you do. You put in a little bit of time or you put a lot of time. Now, there's people that, will go into the management and make the 6-digit income, like myself. So again, the sky is the limit. Doesn't matter what you want to do, but just know that everything will be learn through training, and everything you learn will come as you go. And so I just say, possibly if you're looking for a company that you really want to be appreciated, or you want to make $50 a week, a month, or $5,000 a month, or $50,000 a month, this might be a company that you might want to take a look at, because I have never regretted a day that I've been in Mary Kay, and I love this company. So good luck if you decide to join Mary Kay.